In 1992, Ilhan Omar came to this country from a refugee camp in East Africa, Kenya. 3 years later, she and her family applied for and received refugee status in the United States. 5 years after that, she became a U.S. citizen, and she's been attacking the United States as a racist hellhole pretty much ever since. According to Omar, there's barely a difference between this country and terrorist groups like al-Qaeda. In a 2013 interview, Omar complained that people seemed to think there was a big difference between America and al-Qaeda. Watch.
When I was in college, I took a terrorism class. Every time the professor said Al-Qaeda, he sort of like his shoulders went up, and
he's in command here.
Al-Qaeda, Hezbollah. You don't say America with an intensity. You don't say England with an intensity. You don't say the army with an intensity.
So she still feels this way. We know because she recently spoke to a group hosted by the Council on American Islamic Relations, CARE. And while there, the congresswoman complained that America is bigoted against Muslims. They're second-class citizens, she said. She offered no proof of that. It's an absurd claim. Muslims live with far greater freedom in America than they do in any Islamic country on the planet. That's why they move here. Millions and millions more would like to join them. And you would too, if you were them. That's why Congresswoman Omar lives here, too, and not in Somalia. In America, by the way, she's an elected member of Congress. Could she do that in Saudi Arabia? No. Is she grateful for that? No. She never stops complaining. And as part of that complaining, she made this now famous remark about 9/11.
CARE was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something and that all of us were starting to lose access to our civil liberties.
Some people did something, but we're the real victims here. Omar's understatement attracted plenty of criticism. The New York Post ran a cover showing images of the 9/11 attacks, in case you'd forgotten what some people did. Then late last week, the president joined the criticism by tweeting this video.
CARE was founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something.
So you have no idea right now?
There's another one. Another plane just hit.
Some people did something.
Oh, my goodness. There is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon.
Some people did something.
Little over the top? Yeah, maybe. If you're Ilhan Omar, you probably wouldn't like that video. People don't like to be criticized. Got it. But would you feel physically threatened by that tweet? Well, not unless you believe that disagreement is the same as violence. And as it happens, the left does believe that disagreement is the same as violence, or claims to believe that. All of a sudden, everyone on television is telling us that Trump is trying to hurt Ilhan Omar.
Many are calling Trump's tweet and that video an incitement to violence against the Congresswoman.
Donald Trump